Hello friends, today we are going to talk about reproductive system in humans. Now first is male reproductive system. You can see the diagram over here. This is the main diagram of testis with all its parts marked over here. This is the outermost membrane of the testis called tunica vaginalis. There are actually three membranes. This is outermost tunica vaginalis, this is middle one tunica albuginea, and the innermost is tunica vasculosa. Tunica vasculosa is connected to the testicular lobules. Each testicular lobule contains the coiled tubes called seminiferous tubules. From the seminiferous tubules arise retitestis, this part. From the retitestis we see vasa efferentia. From there emerges a long coiled structure called epididymis. Now epididymis is a very long structure. It is divided into three parts. The upper part is called caput epididymis or caput epididymis. The middle one is corpus epididymis, and the end part is cauda epididymis. From the cauda epididymis, vas deferens is produced. This is the vas deferens. So we are into the theory part now. Now testis is the primary reproductive organ present in pouch-like structure called scrotum, scrotal sacs or scrotum, which maintains a temperature of about 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than our body temperature. It develops in the abdominal cavity during our fetal life. From there it descends to the scrotum through a canal called inguinal canal at the end of pregnancy. Now the three layers of testicular covering are, as I told you, tunica vaginalis is the outer, tunica albuginea the middle, and tunica vasculosa the innermost. The inner glandular region contains approximately 250 septa called testicular lobules. Each septum contains coiled structure called seminiferous tubules lined with germinal epithelium. Interstitial cells are present outside seminiferous tubules. Those are called Leydig cells. It was discovered by Franz von Leydig. Now, epithelial cells of germinal epithelium are of three types. One is spermatogonium, which is stimulated by FSH from pituitary to produce spermatid by meiosis. Spermatogonium is a diploid structure, and after meiosis it forms spermatid, that is haploid structure. Another type of cell called Leydig cells or interstitial cells, which are stimulated by ICSH, interstitial cell stimulating hormone, that also from pituitary, to produce androgens. There are different kinds of androgens present in our testis. Then the third one is Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells are present within the seminiferous tubules. They produce two hormones called inhibin and ABP. ABP is androgen binding protein, which is a kind of beta globulin. Now the ducts of the testis is retitestis produced from the seminiferous tubules as a network. From here the sperms move to vasa efferentia. Number 2 is vasa efferentia. These are fine tubules arising from retitestis. Number 3, epididymis arising from vasa efferentia. This is approximately 5.5 to 6 meter in length. Highly coiled structure. It is divided into three parts. As I told you, caput epididymis, the upper one, the corpus epididymis, the middle one, and cauda epididymis, the lowermost. They have got three functions. One is nourishing the sperms, storing the sperms, and transferring the sperms to the vas deferens. Now, vas deferens arises from cauda epididymis. It joins the duct coming out of seminal vesicle called ejaculatory duct. Now we have already learnt about ducts. Now there are three types of accessory glands. One is a seminal vesicle, which is two in number. They are in pairs, each arising from one side and joins the vas deferens. It forms 70% of the semen. The secretion contains citrate, fructose, hyaluronidase, inositol, etc. Then a single prostate gland below the bladder. It is composed of glands, ducts and involuntary muscles. The secretion forms about 20% of the semen. And the third one is, it's also a paired structure, Cowper's glands or bulbourethral glands, which are below the prostate and they secrete mucus. Then we come to accessory organ called penis. Penis is the external reproductive structure. It is used to pass out urine as well as deposit sperms into the vagina for fertilization. This is the transverse section of penis, which contains three types of erectile tissues. There are two corpora cavernosa and one corpus spongiosum. Here you can see the urethra within the corpus spongiosum, and here you can see the blue ones are the veins, the orange ones are the arteries, and these are the nerves. The urethra is too big. The tip of the penis is called glans penis. The skin that covers the penis is foreskin or prepuce. It contains spongy erectile tissues, as I told you. Now, the semen. Semen is viscous whitish liquid ejaculated through the penis during orgasm. Approximately 3 to 5 liters of semen is released per ejaculation. Soon after ejaculation, it clots because of presence of fibrinogen. The plasmin present in it dissolves the clot. Now, two terms you have to know. Oligospermia means too low sperm count, and azoospermia means absence of sperm. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please like and subscribe my channel and do comment. I need your comments. That is very essential for me. Thank you.